division. So we'll see if the 8-time champ can mix it up here in the truck feature. Lights are out, and the Blue Collar Customs team going to give the command. Green flag racing here.
Down into one, it's going to be Scully going door to door with that 20 of Ethan Heilborn. Down the backstretch, give the advantage to Scully into 3 and 4.
Yeah, they're all bunched up off of turn 4 as Scully going to lead lap number 1. Ethan Heilborn trying to hang tough up on the outside, but it's Dave Darling starting to work away at the inside of that youngster as he pulls right up along to that front clip of the number 20. 52, Stout though with the low exit. 3 wide just behind him as the 80 and the 50 both look to squeeze underneath the 20, but the 20 going to close the door on the 50.
Scully is going to have a door full of Dave Darling. Darling to the inside and to the lead in Seekonk.
Dave Darling cruising up on past Tom Scully in that number 5 truck. That's for the lead. Mike Cavallaro going to follow suit as the 5 car slips back to 3rd. Here comes Radical Rick Martin down along the low lane. 3 wide, make it 4 wide behind him as they cross the stripe. Mike Duarte being sent nearly all the way to the back as he shuffled all the bikes behind his playoff contenders. The field shuffling out between itself early on in this one. 4 laps complete, and Dave Darling sets the pace here.
Deja vu, Dave Darling out front here at Seekonk. Mike Cavallaro in second as they go down the backstretch. The 52 truck sponsored by Seekonk Grand Prix. That's Dave Darling out front crossing the stripe.
Mike Cavallaro, the 2nd car in the running order, chases down the 8-time Pro Stock champ. 5 car lengths behind the 80, and it's the 14 doing battle with the 5 of Tom Scully. That battle for 3rd and 4th. Bobby Tripp in the 5th spot looking to fend off another playoff contender. That's Brittany Campbell looking to free herself from the clutches of Ethan Heilborn. Heilborn starting on the outside pole, shuffling all the way back to 6th. Stays stuck on that high side. Can't get down low as now Jake Vanada works his way by to the inside of Ethan Heilborn as Heilborn falls back through the field of feisty playoff contenders eagerly looking to make their way towards the front.
Regular season finale winner Bobby Tripp, he's up in 4th, chasing Radical Rick Martin, who's in 3rd. Out front, all Dave Darling here at Seekonk, out front on the backstretch. Darling into 3 and 4 as we head 10 laps into this one.
Dave Darling continues to set the pace. The field nearly single file. The lone car on the outside. Well, that's Ethan Heilborn still doing battle with Amy Arsenault. That battle for 8th. The only other car working the outside right now, well, you got to go all the way back, and that's that battle for scratch between Tim Bolger and Dane Saratelli. And, well, we got the leaders about a half a lap ahead as Dave Darling really putting the beating on the field here. 10 truck lengths and building.
Mike Cavallaro has a rear view mirror full of the Radical one as they cross the stripe. Battle for the 2nd position down into 1 and 2.
Mike Cavallaro at the rear view mirror full of Radical Rick Martin as the crossed flags in the air. Thanks to Steve Bowden, Dave Darling takes the cross flags. Mike Cavallaro and Rick Martin nose to tail at the line. 5 truck lengths back, and it's Bobby Tripp fending off the 29 of Jake Vanada. 3 truck lengths back, and that's Brittany Campbell for 6th.
All right, we've got a battle for 2nd. Here goes Radical Rick Martin to the outside for 2nd position on Mike Cavallaro as we have a caution in 3 and 4, which will slow things down 14 laps into this one.
2 youngsters, Tom Scully the 3rd and DJ Tebow coming together off of turn 4. That's going to slow us up for the first time here in the Chaz's Auto Body Sport Truck 25 lap feature. Bobby Tripp, Jake Vanada working their way forward, and we're coming to green this time by as the green flag in the air and a big jump by Dave Darling. Rick Martin underneath him instantly, and the yellow flag's going to come out as race control wasn't happy with that start.
As Darling tried to get a jump and get right to the bottom there, but this one's coming back. They'll try this one again in our Sport Trucks feature here tonight.
Gyra's going to get the command off of 4 this time, and again another big jump by Dave Darling. He was clear all around for the lead by the time they got down into turn 1. That leaves the gap wide open for Rick Martin.
Down the back stretch, Darling with the lead. Radical Rick Martin in his rear view along with Mike Cavallaro. Off of 4, it's Dave Darling out front, 14 laps into this one.
Just behind them, they go 2 by 2 as Rick Martin works down low on Mike Cavallaro. The inside having the momentum right now as Rick Martin works his way by, clear all around for second. Jake Vanada next in line down low, looks to get himself by that higher graphics number 80 of Cavallaro. That battle for third. Just behind them, it's single file all the way back to 10th with Bobby Tripp leading the line, immediately followed by Ethan Heilborn as truck around on the back stretch. That's the 61 of Dane Serratelli. Lone car incident this time as he comes to rest facing the opposite direction, perfectly placed just in front of that Seekonk painted lettering on the back wall, just past halfway down the back stretch. End lap shootout. Remember, no eliminations after this night of racing, as round 1 now comprised of the next 2 weeks, as the field a little scrambled up in the back, a little bit of the accordion effect, and that's going to let the last part of the field a little discombobbled as we come to green, but nonetheless we're green, and Dave Darling continues to lead the pack of trucks down through 3 and 4.
Into 3 and 4, Darling looking to take the full truck advantage. He will at the stripe. Into 1 and 2, Dave Darling is
cars winners. And multiple cars spinning. Playoff implications abound as Mike Cavallaro and Bobby Tripp coming together. Several different cars spinning to avoid, including Darryl Church, Amy Arsenault, Tom Scully, and Dane Serratelli. Heilborn in 7th. To his outside, I believe that's going to be Lenny Guy in 8th.
Lights out on the pace truck. On of 3 and 4, green flag back in the air, as it'll be a 9-lap shootout here in the sport truck feature.
Dave Darling sets the pace again. Rick Martin looking to chuck it in up high as car around. It's Mike Duarte spinning with DJ Tebow spinning to avoid as he leaps over the berm. Same thing with the 61 of Serratelli. No carnage to speak of that time by. Not quite sure if the 50 had any help or not. It's kind of in that
best appearance, more or less.
He certainly is tonight, and well, he's running the table here. 9 laps to go to settle the score in this one as Steve Bowden reviews the lineup. Green flag in the air, and another great restart, but this time Rick Martin able to hang with them down into 1. A lot of speed though for that 52. Good run out of turn 2 for the number 14. Drag race down into turn 3, and could this be Rick Martin's calling card?
Here we go, off of 4. Darling still with the advantage over Radical Rick Martin. Rick Martin to the outside, off of 2 down the back stretch. He's going to make a run. Dave Darling to the inside, Martin to the outside, and they are battling door to door for the lead.
The field tunnels down into 1 and 2, and Dave Darling and Rick Martin really putting the pressure on each other here as the laps wind down. Jake Vanada's got a front row seat to this one as he sits in 3rd. All cars single file for now. Brittany Campbell, that 4th car in a row, in a line, as they tunnel down into turn 1. Darryl Church looking to join that battle for the lead as he sits in 5th with about 3 truck lengths either side of him, all clear around.
5 to go at the line. Dave Darling still out front. 20 laps in, 5 to go. Darling leads Martin and Vanada and Brittany Campbell as they go down the backstretch. Off of 4, it's Darling. 4 laps to go in this one. Top playoff driver right now out there is the Radical one, Rick Martin, running 2nd, Jake Vanada in 3rd.
The head of the field starting to stretch out single file here, just under 4 laps to go as Dave Darling leads the Radical one here in part 1 of round 1 of your playoffs. Dave Darling just a truck length though as Radical Rick Martin can bust a move at any time now. Time running out though as 2 laps to go being shown at the line.
Twin sticks in the air. Dave Darling out front over Radical Rick Martin into turn 2 down the backstretch. They are bumper to bumper. Jake Vanada just behind them. off of 4. Dave Darling will get the white flag. Radical Rick Martin in second.
White flag in the air, and that's how they stand with less than half a lap to go. Brittany Campbell, that 4th car in a line. Darryl Church rounding out your top 5. Ethan Heilborn with the rear view mirror as he holds off Arsenault for 6. Checkered flag at the line, and it's Dave Darling at the point taking down the win. Radical Rick Martin in second. Jake Vanada third. Brittany Campbell in 4th, and Dave and Darryl Church rounding out your top 5.
Jake, a good run for 3rd. You seem to be ahead of all the incidents behind you, so a good night.
Yeah, definitely a good night for our JDV Productions Ford. Super proud of everything we've accomplished this season. Hopefully we can keep digging going forward, but it was a little bit of a rough night. Ahead of most of it, kind of knew I had to get some track position early, so that's kind of what we did and just took them as they come to us.
Good way to kick off the chase for the cup here.
Yeah, you know, just got to keep bringing it home in one piece and see what happens at the DAV. So, you know, just keep digging. You know, we got a DAV to defend the last couple, so good. It was a good night for us. Good way to open it up.
I know you got some people to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad, Chuck, my mom. Happy anniversary to my wife. Got to thank her twice over the PA, so that's cool. I got to thank Ron Boris, Jay Daniel, Dave Gilbert, Viking Sheet Metal, Bumper to Bumper Accessories, Haggerty Brothers Construction, Dunkin' Donuts, Barone Construction, Craig Ferry Electric, Elite Collision, Gesner Auto, Atlantic Cafe. So congratulations to David. It's kind of a throwback racing against him there.
Congratulations. 3rd place for Jake Vanada. David,
Good job, brother. Good job.
welcome back to Truck Victory Lane. A good race out there, a couple of restarts and some tough competition.
Yeah, last time I was in Truck Victory Lane, I got thrown out for the rest of my life. So it's something different. You know, I got to thank Jeff Bellier. My dad owns the truck. He wanted to race it. Jeff, knowing that the championship and things are going on, was like, hey, you want to drive it? And, you know, keep me out of trouble. So, you know, the truck ran great. We made a couple adjustments. It drove better than the first time I drove it. We got a lucky starting 3rd. Jake and Ricky are fast. I think it's whoever gets to the front in any division, really. Especially these trucks, they're pretty competitive. So the next few weeks, whoever gets to the front first is going to, you know, the fast trucks, the championship trucks, it's going to be tough to beat.
Well, you know you're going to come back next week just for the pre-race anyway, but if you're here, you might as well race it again.
We'll see. I mean, you know, my dad wants to see it go around, and so I'm here for him and for Jeff and my crew and everybody.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Truck Victory Lane. How about